Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
An Anderson County bus monitor is in trouble. She's accused of pushing a kid's head into a seat and ripping up another child's homework.
Record gas prices have lasted for about a week in Lexington, but that might be over.
And lofty expectations continue for the UK men's basketball team as they have been chosen to win the SEC this season.
WKYT News at 5 starts now. Good afternoon to you. A former Anderson County school bus monitor is facing criminal charges after allegations she pushed a child.
Deputies charged 41-year-old Melinda Owens with menacing and harassment. Court documents say that she pushed a 12-year-old boy's face into a bus seat, then tore up homework of another student while yelling at him. WKYT's Sam Smith joins us now from Anderson County with our top story at 5.
Court documents say that on September 26th, Melinda Owens is believed to have put her hands on a student and yelled at another. Owens was employed as a bus monitor for about a year at the time of the incident. Owens' summons claims she put her hand on a 12-year-old's face, pushing his face into the bus seat. It says she also grabbed a different 12-year-old's poster board and ripped it to pieces and was yelling in his face. The incident was reported to the school board. Superintendent Sheila Mitchell received a letter of resignation from Owens on October 2nd. The letter was dated September 26th. Superintendent Mitchell says cameras on the bus captured the incident. Owens was never arrested, but on Monday she was charged with harassment through physical contact and menacing.
I'm just kind of shocked that, that would happen around here because, we just don't have that type of thing happen very often.
I went to Owens' home to see if she wanted to share her side of the story, but she declined. In Anderson County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Owens is scheduled to be arraigned on December 4th.
Fairly cool day out there today, and it's going to be even colder tonight.
Yes, it is. Most of the area is under a frost advisory for tomorrow morning as temperatures dip near freezing. WKYT's chief meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking it all on the first alert defender. I even hate saying the word freezing.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been a while since we've had near freezing temperatures into much of central and eastern Kentucky, but here we go as a little frost settles into parts of the region overnight. Green thumbs, you're on alert now to take care of the tender plants and the vegetation. That frost advisory for central northern parts of the area. Farther east that we go, we're going to have a little more in the way of some clouds overnight that may keep those temperatures up a little bit compared to your neighbors to the west. Most areas already had a little patchy frost a couple of weeks ago. 50 into Jackson, 50 into Richmond, overcast conditions, 57 Frankfort because we've had a little ray of sunshine over the past little bit. Mainly sunshiny skies just to the west of Interstate 75. To the east, nothing cooking in terms of anything that is remotely clear. If you're heading out this evening, we will try to see a little clearing creeping to the east. Temperatures dropping into the 40s during that time. Focus of the forecast when I come back is on what else but the possibility of a little frost on the pumpkins, guys.
A developing story now in the Canadian capital of Ottawa. A soldier on guard at a war memorial was shot and killed, followed by gunfire at the Parliament building. One gunman is dead, and police are investigating whether any more shooters are on the loose. CBS's Wynda Gillette has the latest.
Shots rang out inside Canada's Parliament in Ottawa. Witnesses say at least one gunman was chased into the building after a Canadian soldier standing guard at a war memorial was shot and killed.
There was a guy with a rifle just around on the back corner and just pow.
Lawmakers were holding weekly caucus meetings when the gunfire erupted. A government spokesman says Prime Minister Stephen Harper is safe. Authorities are not discussing the investigation, but CBS News has learned Ottawa police are looking for at least one other suspect.
What we're asking the community is to continue to be aware, to be vigilant, and to report any suspicious activity.
Most of downtown Ottawa, including the U.S. Embassy, was locked down after the shooting.
If you travel the world, we got it pretty darn good here. And I hope this doesn't change it.
Today's incident comes just 2 days after a recent convert to Islam killed one Canadian soldier and injured another in a hit and run. Wynda Gillette for CBS News.
Canada's public safety minister says they raised their domestic terror threat level from low to medium because, quote, an increase in general chatter from radical Islamic organizations.
In our county-by-county coverage at 5, we are tracking stories in Powell, Letcher, and Laurel counties. We begin first in Laurel County. That's where a nurse is in jail after police say she stole prescription medication. Staff members at Stanton Nursing Center told officers that 30-year-old Amy Lyle took car keys out of another employee's locker. Police say Lyle then stole medicine out of the car. The crime was caught on tape. Lyle's been charged with theft by unlawful taking of a controlled substance. In Letcher County, police are searching for a suspect after an early morning armed robbery. Troopers say the robbery happened at the Ermine Double Quick Convenient Mart in Whitesburg. They say a man came in the store with a long club and demanded money. He took off on foot with cash. The robber has been described as about 5'10", 200 pounds, and wearing a black jacket with a gray hooded sweatshirt. He also had a yellow cloth covering his face. And in Laurel County, deputies are holding a self-defense class for realtors. 10 Southern Kentucky realtors took part in the first class, which lasts about 9 hours. It teaches realtors how to be prepared, take control, and how to fight to protect themselves. This comes after 51-year-old Beverly Carter went missing after showing a home in suburban Little Rock. She was later found in a shallow grave.
It sure was good while it lasted, but those lower prices at the pump took a dramatic jump today. Gas is up more than 40 cents a gallon at many stations. A few remain under $3 a gallon, but that will likely change soon. WKYT's Jerry Kinsko talked with drivers at the gas pumps.
Gas prices below $3 a gallon lasted for about a week here on Winchester Road, but now some parts of Lexington saw a jump in prices this morning. Following prices like this, $2.77 and $2.79.
So you times that by 33 cents, that's $70.
That's a lot of money.
That's a bunch of money.
Today's increase was as high as more than 30 cents a gallon before noon.
We, the people, should not be paying this high of a price.
But what choice do drivers in and passing through Lexington have?
We've got no choice but to have gas.
It's ridiculous that the prices that we've been paying.
$3.19, one of the high gas prices now in Lexington. That equals cutting back on other things just to drive.
I've gotten yelled at by doctor's offices because I can't afford to pay their doctor bills right now because I've got to be able to put gas in the truck so I can continue going to work.
With parts of Lexington not immediately raising prices, people are taking one last chance to fill up.
This place has been full since we've been here, standing here talking. That place over there's full.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it lasted even longer. It'd be nice if we'd get down to $2 a gallon or under.
AAA officials say that statewide prices are still down and could go back down from this more than 30-cent increase. In Lexington, Jerry Kinsko, WKYT.
So right now, the lowest gas prices in the state can be found in Berea at $2.66 a gallon, the highest at $3.39 in Moorhead.
The Red Mile and Keeneland announcing today they are teaming up to offer instant racing here in Lexington. The wagering will be offered exclusively at the Red Mile with a total of 1,000 terminals. The new project is set to open in September of 2015. Construction on the new facility will create about 100 construction jobs and will cost about $30 million. The instant racing facility will also create 150 jobs when it's complete. And Keeneland is moving forward with a new project that could open up in Corbin by 2016. According to our news partners at the Lexington Herald-Leader, Keeneland will purchase Thunder Ridge Racing's license. They are planning to move the horse racing track from Prestonsburg to Corbin. Their vice president says Keeneland would move forward without a partner for the purchase.
The lofty expectations continue for this year's UK basketball team.
At SEC Media Days today, the Wildcats were selected as a unanimous pick to win the SEC this season. And Aaron Harrison was named Preseason Player of the Year. WKYT's Lee K. Howard is in now from Charlotte with our Big Blue coverage.
To platoon or not to platoon? That was certainly a question that was asked to John Calipari quite often today. Calipari trying to do something that has never been done before at this level in college basketball. And he says that he thinks it will work, even if that means losing a few games early on.
The issue we're going to have is when I do this and we lose some games early, because you're going to lose some games. They're going to be teams that are 7 deep, that if I were playing 7, we'd be in good shape, but I'm playing 10, 12. We're not going to have the same rhythm as they're going to have.
I mean, it's never been done on this high of a level in basketball. I don't think so. I mean, I'm interested in seeing how it's going to see. The amount of talent we have on our team is really high. So whatever coach is going to do, we're going to do it. We're going to have fun. I know we're going to have to sacrifice a lot. Everyone on the team is.
Cal certainly has high expectations for all 10 or 12 of his guys, as he likes to say, that should see playing time this next season. And, of course, the Wildcats are getting a lot of praise and high expectations from the SEC today. We'll talk more about that coming up at 5:45. But for now, here in Charlotte at the SEC Media Day, Lee K. Howard, WKYT.
Lee K., thank you. And we're also going to have more on the Cats from the SEC Media Days coming up on WKYT News at 6 as well.
An Ohio man comes home today after being held hostage in North Korea. We'll show you why his children were so surprised.
Lexington's mayor asking senior citizens what the city can do to become more livable. We'll tell you how you can participate in the survey.
And still to come on WKYT News at 5:30, how a kayak trip turned into an animal rescue. We'll tell you about what happened with a woman, a couple of women, a dog, and a calf.